We're Sixer Strategic Solutions, and we're here to present some solutions for Navigare to better reach the millennial market. First, we are going to go over who is Navigare. So Navigare has been around for 17 years with over 250,000 satisfied sailors and bases in 9 different countries. They have a fleet of nearly 300 yachts worldwide and 100 full-time employees and seasonal staff. So a little bit about the challenges. Throughout this presentation, we'll reflect the goals of Navigare, discuss the yacht industry, and explain the trends within the current market using research and analysis. As a team, we strive to provide a relevant research information and propose solutions to help Navigare expand their yacht chartering business. Prior to proposing solutions, we first need to analyze the market and Navigare's current business platform. We will do this using a SWOT analysis chart and comparing companies' strengths and weaknesses of their competitors. Then we will discuss a dwindling clientele base. The industry has historically relied on a certain demographic and generation for the target market, which includes the rich and the elderly/retired, which also seems to be predominantly white. Research-supported strategic solutions. Once the data is collected, we will formulate new, different solutions for Navigare to consider. This is a team effort, so project management requires a high-level communication and is most successful with an organic structure that can share ideas and derive solutions with each member's individual skill set in best way possible. Now we're going to go over a little bit of our research and analysis. Starting with our SWOT analysis, some strengths Navigare has over its competitors is its skilled staff, emergency response time, online check-in, and its carefree pack that appeals to millennials. Some opportunities include a revamp of its booking model, featured destination travels and emerging generations. Some weaknesses include Navigare's online presence, difficult to understand pricing structure, and its lack of brand differentiation with competitors. Threats include its current aging customer base, foreign relations with destination countries, and weather. As the population erodes, Generation X and millennials slowly fill in these age gaps. Here we see millennials already surpassing the boomer population. It is predicted that Generation X will follow numbers by 2028. But how do we know that age itself is the culprit to this declining customer volume?
In order to understand Navigare's situation, we need to understand the millennial market and see why they are a good fit for Navigare to consider chasing after. According to a survey from 2015, millennials proportionally spend about as much on travel as baby boomers do. And if you look at the graph on the right, you can see that in the next two lowest brackets that comprise the largest 2 categories for each of the 3 groups, millennials actually spend about 62% total compared to Gen X's 59% and baby boomers 54%. According to Business Insider, millennials travel more than any other age group. What this means is that each of these bar graphs, which are all relatively sized at 100%, it's actually largest for the millennial market. This shows that they are a good market to consider going into. Furthermore, 73% of millennials save, of which 24% have saved over $100,000 according to a recent Bank of America report.
When looking into the competition in the charter industry, we chose to focus on Dream Yacht Charter, Sunsail, and the Moorings. Dream Yacht Charter has a competitive advantage in their search engine optimization, making them the 3rd result when Googling yacht charter in the BVIs, which is something Navigare can improve on since they are the 18th result. The Moorings have a competitive advantage with their social media. Since they have been around the longest, they have an authentic following, and their posts give the viewer a luxury feeling. Although Sunsail's website is slightly outdated, their price is clearly stated with fees, which is important to increase direct bookings for Navigare.
Now we're gonna go ahead and discuss about the yacht charter data analysis in the market. So if you look on this picture right here, we have some of the data the statistics in the yacht chartering business. So um, the uh, the yacht charter market is estimated to expand and at a compound annual growth rate of 7% from 2019 to 2027. And the medium size yacht chart segment held a leading share of the market. However, the large yacht segment is anticipated to expand significantly due to a surge in the demand for super yachts and mega yachts. Rise rise in tourism in remote areas such as Alaska and Micronesian islands is anticipated to further propel the yacht charter market, increase consumer spending and on luxury travel, and emerge of newer business models such as trip sharing, and is anticipated to drive the yacht charter market. In the global yacht chartering market, the Mediterranean is accounted for a maximum share of 41.2% terms of value in 2019, and this was attributable to a large number of consumers across the globe that are hiring more yacht charters from the Western and Eastern Mediterranean. So, by looking at this regional analysis, we found out that the Mediterranean is expected to grow very fast because there's like a higher demand in the yacht chartering market because it has a accountable share of 41.2%.
Next, we're going to go over some of our solutions here. We came up with 4 solutions that Navigare can utilize to better reach the millennial market.
In order to reach a millennial market, it is important to focus on what they really care about. This generation cares a lot about sustainability and the environment, as well as diverse demographics. Being able to show this effectively through social media posts will provide Navigare with a competitive advantage because none of the other major competitors are doing this. As stated before, diverse demographics are important to millennials, but currently Navigare and their major competitors show no real diversity within their Instagram posts. Navigare can attract new customers by including a wider and more diverse group of people in their posts. This will differentiate them from others, granting more bookings for the site. "50% of millennials prefer to purchase for a cause that gives back. Navigare can implement this by donating to a nonprofit organization such as the Surfrider Foundation, which helps protect our coasts and beaches. Sharing this commitment on social media will inspire customers to book direct trips with Navigare instead of others."
In addition to the coastlines and beaches that we love, the open ocean is where 50 to 80% of all Earth calls home, and it also contains 99% of all living space. By partnering with Sea Shepherd, Navigare could demonstrate a strong social responsibility through an organization that shares a passion for the beauty of our seas and inhabitants we hope to encounter during a yachting excursion. Another solution that Navigare can utilize is digital marketing-based solutions. It is important for Navigare to implement these digital marketing solutions and strategies that include adding substantial value to their online presence, including their newsletter and social media, increasing their competitive keywords in SEO to further drive website traffic, and targeting smaller audiences that competitors may not reach in order to capture brand loyalty. Finally, the last solution is diversifying the revenue scheme. Rather than relying on revenue from individual bookings alone, Navigare should diversify their revenue scheme by introducing other types of revolving income through membership plans and seasonal bookings. Finally, with the solutions presented, Navigare can fully utilize these budget-effective strategies to further reach and capture the millennial demographic. Millennials who desire brands with reputable names will be drawn farther to Navigare once they distinguish themselves not only in the industry, but on social media platforms too. It is important to stay engaged with this fast-paced audience in times that might be challenging. Finally, here are our recommendations for students in future classes. Always work together and ahead of time. Don't procrastinate and speak up. Your feedback is always important. Thank you for listening to our presentation, and finally, our slides are references. Thank you.